is comfortable in their chairs. The first thing I want to do is to thank my classmates for choosing me to say some words on all of our behalf today. This graduating class of 2023 is an exceptional group of chefs and just a phenomenal group of people. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you all. Between my past educational experience and my time working in high schools, I've known a lot of people in kind of the same stage of life as my classmates here today. And I can say that every one of you is just one of a kind, and it has been, for me, it's been like lightning in a bottle having all of us here at the same time, being able to share all of this with you as we move through it together. So through the long days, 15 hours or more sometimes, through the struggles to make sure everything comes out correctly, through all of the laughter and all of the fun that we've shared, I think you're all worth your weight in unsalted butter, and I wouldn't trade a one of you away. I also have to thank the exceptional faculty and staff here at SCS. The intersection of education, hospitality, and passion at which all of these staff live and work is phenomenal, and the dedication and care that they each bring to every aspect of their role at the chef school is the reason why this institution is so special. I've learned so very much about this industry and about life while I've been here, but the biggest lesson that I will take away from any of this is the importance of giving a damn. All of you give a damn, and it has changed lives at this place since 1983. Now, a special thanks has to go to the one who gives the most damns of all, Chef Randy. Randy is incredible in the kitchen, knows how to handle any situation, stays cool with a dining room full of patrons and a kitchen full of student chefs who, from personal experience, might not have a clue what's going on. But Randy keeps it together and delivers the meal every single time, and it is extremely admirable. On top of all of that, she's an incredibly talented educator who takes the time to actually know all of her students, to understand what they want, to see who they are, and to personalize the way she interacts to help us all get as much as we can out of this experience. She shares endlessly of herself. She gives knowledge, assistance, passion, and time above and beyond what could possibly be expected of any educator, and we've all benefited from our time in her orbit. Randy, I will always be thankful for everything you've done for me while I've been here, for everything you've taught me, and for everything you've helped me to discover about myself. Thank you. Now, now you may be able to tell, perhaps from my tired face or from my wife Siobhan and my new daughter Matilda sitting here in the front row. Hi, Matilda. Yes, that's worth a clap, I think. I am not someone who came straight out of high school into this job. I have attended 3 universities in the past. I've spent almost a decade teaching high school, and I have seen so many different forms of education, so many different approaches to figuring out who people are in the world, and this place just stands above any other thing that I have tried, any other thing that I have seen in helping people to discover who they are. In my time before I came here, I put in a lot of work. I tried really hard. I had a long journey understanding myself, how I relate to the world, and when I came to chef school, the pieces finally really clicked into place for me, and I started to make sense to myself in a way that I hadn't before. I started to see value that I bring to teams. I started to see contributions that I can make, and I started to understand how best to include other people in my journey and include other people in my success, and to allow myself to be a part of the success of others. These are all things that I have learned from watching the instructors at this school, from collaborating with the students at this school, and from just this pressure cooker environment that we've been in here, where we really had to forge these bonds and learn to trust ourselves and each other in a way that other educational institutions simply cannot do. I arrived at SCS with no real restaurant experience, with a limited small town palate, and with just a boatload of self-doubt. And I'm proud to stand here 2 years later with practice restaurant experience that I'm very proud of how I did. I am proud to say that I have a very wide appreciation for so many different foods that in a small town I can only get if I make myself. And I have learned how to make a bunch of those, and I have inspired the curiosity to learn to do more through my life. And I have that confidence that I was lacking beforehand, and that all comes down to the work done at SCS. And it means absolutely the world to me. The connections I've made with such a range of unique and passionate people at SCS have helped me to see what I bring to the table and to be part of a team. The instructors here make room for me to bring my own talents. They have a talent for developing new skills, and they have a skill for inspiring new passions. I learned that I have more strength than I knew, and that I don't need to have all of the strengths. There is room for me to obsess about pastries while someone else beautifully tweezers compressed radishes onto a plate. There's room for me to give a speech and manage the dining room while someone else cooks protein without having a breakdown. There really is something for everyone to do to be part of such a successful team operating at a high level, and the instructors that we have at this school demonstrated that to us every day and helped us all to learn it ourselves. Now, the learning never stops here at the Stratford Chef School, and every person involved has contributed some lessons to everything that I've learned here. So, in rapid fire, I would like to thank the students in Group A for teaching me the value of teamwork to overcome obstacles. I'd like to thank my peers in Group B for teaching me when to lead and when to follow. I'd like to thank Chef Baxter for teaching me that cooking is like driving a car and helping me to feel like I might be ready to try for my G2. Chef Gushu taught me that when I think I have something seasoned correctly, I should add a little bit more salt. Chef Aaron taught me 101 different things to do with poached pears. Chef Joyce taught me to think on my feet or on one foot if the situation calls for it. Chef Booth taught me that I can be efficient and enjoy myself at the same time. Kathy taught me the value of precision and consistency. Aurelia taught me that the right way to enjoy Prosecco is to shoot it like tequila. Christopher taught me about the combination of elegance and warmth to create hospitality. Jennifer taught me about balancing life and family and many different projects that inspire passion in me. Bob Bloomer taught me I don't need to empty my dishwasher before I cook a salmon. Randy taught me that with time, dedication, and effort, anyone can cook, which I think is also the core message of Ratatouille. Randy, have you seen Ratatouille? Now, on the whole, my season here at SCS has been a turning point in my life, and I will always hold this place dearly in my heart. I know that this community makes this school function, and it will be here year after year, and I'll always look forward to making regular visits, and I know I will always be welcome. I look forward to seeing how this place and I both evolve moving forwards, but most of all, I look forward to my classmates returning as guest chefs so that I have an opportunity to taste all of the great things that you're all doing. All of you will always have a place at my table, and I thank you for everything that I have learned while I have been here.